Good morning, povo bom. How you doing, my good people? Hope everyone is doing okay. Hope life is treating you well. And here we are for the days of work. Tired. Won't lie to you is what. This past 2 days, well, these 2 days has been quite interesting. When I didn't have much of time for resting or sleep properly. Days were kind of challenging. On the way, I can say I was at work all day long, and then in the evening, well, on Monday I had to run quite for a while because I was not expecting to pick my son from the school, and then my wife gave me a call around 1 o'clock asking, well, just before 1 o'clock, asking if that would be possible to pick my son from the school 3:30. And I was like, oh, okay. It was not ideal, but I'll do my best. So I still managed to pick him, and well, I managed to arrive home, have a very quick shower, go to school, pick him up, take him to our neighbor. The lady, she likes looking after him, and I went for my eye test, which was quite good, to be honest with you. I was expecting something would be wrong, but no, it was quite good. Yeah, I would need to wear glasses time to time, just for long vision. Yeah. And then in the evening, around 10:30, I had a massage to do. And yesterday was the same. I had a puncture on the tire yesterday, and then I had to go to the garage. Then by the time I fixed everything, I finished work. It was after 5 o'clock. But normally I was planning to finish at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, the latest. And in the evening I went for another massage treatment. So I got back home for midnight. So I think it was around 2 o'clock I was still awake. And there is a full day's work just in front of me again. So these past 2 days been quite challenging. Well, such as life. How about you guys? How is everything on your side? How is everyone doing? I hope you are all doing well. Everything is working okay at your end. What I can see over here now from my side, there is, on my first load, is not too bad. So once I get to the yard, it's going to be quite interesting because there's about 10 deliveries in one load, and that kills my day. That is the day when I think like, oh gosh, how is this day going to finish? And guess what? It's raining. It's 4 degrees and it is raining. So it's going to be another crazy day at work. Well, everything what we expect anyway. I don't expect any miracles at work, and it's February. Well, I was gonna say it's January. No, it's February. But the year has just started, and we are already on the 2nd month of the year. This is absolutely mad, really. You know, that's why I say don't waste your times, guys. Don't waste your life. Whatever you want to do, do it now, because tomorrow may be too late. I can't believe how fast everything is going. Oh yeah, just cut right in front of me. It seems like it's going to be one of those days. Don't even know what to expect anymore, but yeah, apparently it's going to be one of those very long days. And of course it's going to be a long one as well in the evening, because I will have my capoeira class in the evening. I'm going to be leading my class. The month of January was a bit quiet, which I knew, because at least at least 3 people, they told me they would not be able to train in January. To do with health problems, others to do with studies, another one been traveling for work, another one just mentioned they want to start training properly after the long break. And they say, well, how long do you need a break for? And I said something like 6 to 8 weeks. And I say, wow, this is such of a break I don't have in such a long time. But anyway, so yes, tonight from 8 p.m. British time, we're gonna have our capoeira lessons. It's starting to get better once again. It's not perfect yet. You know, the videos, what we're making in there. It was great to come up to last year. I think it was something like April was okay, May was getting better, June was like, whoa, it was a hype. Wow, so many people joined the channel, you know, so many viewers, so many people interacting with the channel, mainly on the Wednesdays on our main live, and then on the other days as well, people started picking up. And then came July. I went to Brazil for just over 3 weeks, and that almost killed the audience of the channel because people didn't get back to it, and then when the people were coming back to it, it was not the same. So July was a very weak month, you know, and then August started picking up again, you know, gentle, nice, slowly, and I thought, right, no worries, things will get better soon. And then September came. When September came, I was like, ooh, wow, you know, that was one video which I had of there, not even have 1,000, I didn't even have one, I was just about to get 1,000 subscribers. It was 800, 900 subscribers around September, and we had like one video to almost 35,000 viewers, another video 20,000 viewers, another video 15,000, and I was like, wow, yes. And then the phone decided to give me some hard work because, well, the screen on the phone was not good. It was giving like a bit of trouble, but it was still enough to record, to do something in it. And then I was doing a massage to one guy, and he dropped my phone at the gym and then completely crashed the screen. I went to change the screen, and that's when everything started. The phone just stopped. The network was not appearing on the phone. It was not working at all. And for 1 month, that killed the audience on the channel because I had to use other devices. The quality was absolutely rubbish. I couldn't get my phone to work properly, and I thought it was problems with the network, which wasn't. It was the problem of the device. So whenever the guy changed the screen on the phone, he damaged the phone. I spent almost 600 quid, around 600 quid, you know, to fix the phone. Anyway, I don't have to tell you, the month of October was a disaster. It was a proper disaster, but it was still few bits. But November, I was like streaming and streaming as a crazy to get maybe 40 viewers, 50 viewers, because completely destroyed the channel. But persistence, I kept going, and then December came, it started getting a bit better, and now in January things start climbing up again. Of course, it's still gonna take quite a while before it happens, before it works the way it was working before, you know, as I can say, because the entire month of November, December and August all together, I had less viewers than what I had in one single video in September. So September was fantastic, outstanding, great month for, you know. And now we need to start again. Okay? We need to start over, which is good. It's part of the game. We just need to keep the head up and then go after everything what we lost in these past few months. But one thing, I'm absolutely happy because This week I have monetized the channel. Monday, I woke up in the morning and it says the channel being monetized. It's like, wow. And now some people ask me, so what are you gonna do now? You're gonna give up your job? You're gonna leave through the YouTube? No. Well, maybe one day, who knows? Maybe one day I can simply retire and say, all of you guys now you need to watch my videos because now I'm making my money out of the YouTube. That's how I make my living. Yeah, maybe one day that might happen, but I have no, how can I put it that way? I have no truly hope that one day that will work properly. No, but I'm not bothered. So here we are, here we go. We're starting another rainy day in England. How did I get this job? Why I became a coalman? Why? Why do I have to wake up so early in the morning to go to work as a coalman when I could just be in bed now for another 3, 4 or 5 hours at least before I would go to the restaurant and do some jobs in there? Because I want to get some job. Like yesterday when I was doing like some massage and one of the guys who I see for almost 2 years now treating his back. And while I was doing the massage, someone came to my life and said, hey, why don't you get a proper job? Why don't you get yourself a job? And I was thinking like, another one? Because yesterday I worked almost 18 hours. You know, this is what people don't know about you. People, they appear, they send whatever, they put whatever mess they want on the chat. They don't even analyze who you are. They don't even check the channel, what's there on the channel. But they just feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna come here and give this guy a hard time. Boys, you're gonna have to try a lot harder because that will not take my peace and my patience away. And that's not give me a hard time at all. Maybe at the time when I look at it, I'm just thinking like, oh, there's another fool in there, you know, criticizing what I'm doing here right now. But what can I say? What can I do? I cannot control people's life. I cannot say what people can say or not. So yeah, if for him, whatever I'm doing here is not worth watching, he can simply go and watch something else, you know, which probably I will do it myself, you know, if I'm watching something and the image is not good or if whatever is there is not great. I'm not even gonna bother to leave a message to engage the channel. So whenever someone comes here and insults me, you know, with the message, they think I'm gonna be frustrated. No, oh, thank you guys, because all of the time when you come here and criticize what I'm doing, you are hyping the channel. So that's when I actually get the YouTube to send my videos to other people. As long as people don't understand that, I'm absolutely fine. I will just keep my mouth shut and get more viewers. So what we do with the better eye, you know, not be frustrated when someone make a comment and then, whoa, it's the end of the world because someone is not liking what I'm doing. No, bollocks. If someone likes it or not, it's not a big problem at all. At least not for me, because I don't make my living off the YouTube. I don't make exactly what I'm doing right here, right now, and no hard feelings whatsoever. So you see, life can be a lot easier when you just don't take too serious people's opinion about you. As I'm saying, if someone likes what I'm doing, well, that's great. If someone is not so keen in what I'm doing, well, whatever, I'm not going to change my life in any way. I'm still going to be doing my crazy thing. I'm still going to be doing my videos. In fact, and who cares? In the end of the day, it's just me being myself. Do I care about people's opinion? Not much. Do I worry about what people think about me? Sometimes. And what do I do at the end, nothing. Because as I said before, I'm still going to be doing exactly the same thing over and over. I still going to be here saying whatever what I feel. I'm still going to be here annoying people. I'm still going to be here proceeding with my work, you like it or not. And as I said, this is not about money. It's just about me coming here and annoying some of you, or just relaxing with somebody else and seeing quite some of my friends, because I make quite a very good friends here through this channel, you know. Exchange like personal details. Hey, guys, how you doing? How's life? Interacting quite a lot with different people who I never met in my entire life, but we found we have a lot in common, you know. Works, what we do, you know. There are people who are going back home now when I am going to work, interacting with people in the UK, in America, in India, in Brazil. So yeah, whatever I've been doing here is just another day. Whenever people ask for advice, I can always say, I'm not the best person to give an advice. I'm not the best person to point you to the right direction to get out of your problem. But I can share some of my history, my stories, my life experience. And if that will add up in your life to help you to make not the right, but a better decision to solve your problem, I'm here to help. Okay, but don't count on me like a counselor, because I'm not an example to absolutely nobody. I'm just a weirdo. But the thing is, I admit it, and I know I am. I'm not trying to hide, and I'm not trying to be a moral guy telling people I'm the most perfect person in the world, because I know the truth about the world. I don't even know the truth about my own life. I'm trying to plan to see what I'm gonna eat for my lunch today. So, yeah, I'm just a simple, weird guy. Like you guys who watch me right now. Because a lot of people, they might come here and they do come to my videos and say, well, you are very strange. And I say, I know, that's why I'm here. But if you are here and if you leave a like to my videos, if you subscribe to my channel, if you are watching me, even you don't really like what I'm saying, but you are still here watching what I'm doing, and you think I'm a weirdo, what do you think you are? Because you are getting entertained by me. So you need a weirdo, you need a crazy mofo to come here to make your day better, because you are a waste of space on earth like I am. So we play on the same team. We play in the same team, and here we are, arriving to the yard where everything starts. And yeah, today is gonna be a beautiful, wet, long, cold day. Okie dokie. Dear me. Oh, it's not cold, crazy cold. Surely it's not warm. Yes, another day just starting. Oh, here we go. So yeah, that's when and how the day starts for a Coleman. So for you guys who think the life of a Coleman is too hard, I have to tell you, it's not as hard as you may think, but also it's not as easy as I as I make it to be, or I pretend it is. Well, I'm not pretending, I'm just going along with the day. Right, I need 36 bags for this first load, plus I need 2 nets of kindling, which I have the kindling there already, and I have, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, which means I need a full bucket plus a little bit more. in there. And because it's just one type of fuel for this load, it shouldn't take too long to load this time. It's just, once again, it's just wet day. And that's the part that I don't really like of the work. I'm not much bothered when it's cold, because that's the nature of the job. I need it to be cold to carry on trading. It's just when it gets too wet that when the problem starts for me. Now, combining wet and cold, that's the worst part of the job. But anyway, and as I said, it's only 38 bags in this load. Well, it will be only 40 altogether to fill up the van. The problem is, sometimes you get 40 bags, one delivery, 2 deliveries, maximum 4 deliveries, 10 bags each place, or 20 bags here, 5 bags there, blah blah blah. Days like today is a proper killer, because 38 bags and 10 deliveries, it means it's going to be all day long driving. Lot of driving. But anyway, it's Wednesday. Let's see what's the day going to be. One more check on the load. Okay, and here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Yep, and here we go, starting the life of a coma. So, right, as it was January, and then I was kind of giving you guys a chance to rest from your time off for Christmas and New Year, so I didn't want to bother you too much, but I did. In fact, I'm not lying. But I'm going to start annoying you a lot more now, asking all of you guys to leave a like for this video, to subscribe to this channel, to follow me because I'm going to be very much present in your life. You like it or not, I'm going to be here every single day bothering you, annoying you, and of course I want my likes. Alright. I want my likes, I want my subscription, I want you to leave me a message, I want you to tell me how much am I annoying you, how crazy I am, all of this kind of shit, you know, exactly what I need. Okay. Yeah, okay. And of course first talk about life. Life in general. You know, sometimes saying something is stupid, sometimes giving you some good advice. Just letting the time pass. And of course, to some of my Brazilian friends who wants to leave Brazil, wants to move to England, you know, this job what I'm doing here, if you are lucky enough, maybe you can get something similar to it. Now, I'm making no promises because this job what I'm doing here is kind of a privilege for a lot of people. And when I say that, some people call me mad. Some people say you're crazy. How can it be a privilege to someone to become a coal miner when there's a lot of better jobs to be taken after? Because what some people don't realize, before you can get the job, what I'm doing here right now, the process is very long and it's not an easy task. First, you need to learn how to drive in the UK. Even though I hear a lot of people say, well, people in the UK, they can't drive properly, blah, 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 or whatever. I'm talking about the Brazilians, I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about how the Brazilians sees it. Right, maybe most of the British people that you know, they cannot drive, they're not great drivers. But they are one step ahead of you. Why? Because they have the driving license and you don't. The mistake when I have like people who I haven't seen in over 20 years and they send me message saying, right, I have a full driver's license, do you think you can help me to get a job in there? I can drive, I have 20 years experience driving, or blah blah blah. Yeah. It's not about the experience you have driving, it's about how much experience have you driven in the UK. That's the problem, because your driver's license is not valid in here. So it was mine when I moved here. So first, to get this job, you need to have a full driver's license. And if you're lucky about, the company will not ask for the 2 years experience as a driver. Another thing is, you need to speak English. You need to speak, you need to know how to write and how to read. That's another step. So why am I saying it's a privilege? Because I know people living in England for over 20 years and they cannot speak English. They cannot write or read at all. Because life is being, let's say, generous with some of those people. You know, they have the luck of marrying some rich partner, so their life is quite a lot brighter than what it is for most of the other guys. The only problem is, I do feel sorry for quite a lot of those people. Because they live in such a close world. They don't have the capacity to do anything without asking for help. They don't know how to survive. They would not even know how to go to the hospital if you get ill, because they don't know how to speak the blood language. But they want to come here and they want to tell me, oh, I'm very lucky, because I only work Monday to Friday. I don't work in the evenings. I don't work on the weekends anymore. And they want to have exactly the same hours at work what I do. Yeah, go and study, because before I could get this job, before I could get to the point where I am right now, oh dear, yeah, a lot of tears have shed. It was a hard work, you know. But now things are great. Now things are absolutely fine. At least from my point of view, from my own perspective. When you have the chance to choose what you want to do, without worrying about people's opinion, without worrying about if anything going to be missing on your table, or if you can simply pay your rent and save a little bit of cash on the side for any inconvenience which might come with the time and its will. Many those days when you just miss home that much. When I say missing home, like our country, you know, time to time it comes to my mind, what happened to me if I would have stayed in Brazil 20 years ago, if I would simply go back after my job was concluded here. I just decided, you know what, I just want to go back to my normal life in Brazil. Sometimes I think, what would have happened to me? You know, would I still be alive? Would I have better opportunities? Probably not. Or at least not on the place where I was living. Yeah. So what do I miss the most about my country? My family, of course. My parents, my sister. I never saw my nephews, my niece growing. They are already parents, you know. I only saw them a few times in my life. When I say a few times, I mean it, only a few times. I never saw my parents getting older. Well, yeah, of course, I'm following that, but you know what I mean. A lot of circumstances, situations, family members, and I was not there to say farewell. A lot of my good friends has gone already. They left this world, you know. So I haven't seen what has happened entirely to the rest of the world. My world, that little world which I knew when I was young, the only reality what I knew. So sometimes I ask myself, if I wasn't there, would I still be alive? Which ways my life would have turned if I was still there? What jobs I would be done in there? Probably I would be of course I would not have the opportunities that I have had in here, becoming professional that way, being respected and recognized for what I do. Yeah, coalman, yeah. But even that, even being a simple coalman here, people appreciate, respect my job. If the if I would be in South America now doing the job what I'm doing here right now, I would not be respected just because of the nature of my work. Well, you don't talk to us, you are just a coalman. You have nothing to tell us, have nothing to teach us, have nothing to share with us. So this is how Brazil treats each other. Well, at least it was on my time. You know, I don't know how it could be now, but I don't think it's much different than what it used to be. I say that because my family is there. My friends are still there. I follow what happens even though I don't like much of politics, but I try to keep informed about situations. And I wouldn't say all, but most of my friends, they are doing exactly the same thing what they were doing 20 years ago. Some of them got worse, some of them got better, some of them moved into different cities, some of them moved to different countries. But the ones who stayed in Brazil, only few made some progress in life. Only few of them, because they already had like a good start of their life, or the parents had a better money, they could pay for the studies, or they could move from a city where we grew up and find better opportunities in a big city. You know. My opportunity came outside of Brazil for something I decided to do on the 90s. I just want to train martial arts because I want to protect myself out of the streets. And that gave me a lot more than I have bargained for. A lot more. It gave me a career, it gave me opportunity to travel, it gave me a chance to start an early retirement. Or to set an early retirement, let's put it that way. It gave me an opportunity to travel different countries, to learn different cultures, different languages, to become a professional in different fields, which allowed me to choose what I want to do in times of the life like right now. Because right now, this is exactly what I want to do. This is exactly the place I want to do. This is the exactly job I want to work in this very moment. Things may change tomorrow. Things may change next week, next month. I don't know. You know. But for now, I'm very thankful for the opportunities that I have had. As I say, life is a little box of surprise. As I say, all may change tomorrow. I may just find another job. I may find another job. I think this job is not for me anymore. I want to try something different. I want to try something new. But for now, and right now, what I need for my job, I have. It's a good pay, no stress. Mental health is absolutely fine. Not struggling financially, not worried too much. Working good hours. The boss being happy with me. I'm happy with the company. So again, tomorrow I may change my plans because I might want a different challenge. But why? Why I want to challenge myself right now when everything seems to be working according to what I want? At least today, though. I can't believe I'm going to be one bag short. I have to set the machine again because of one bag. Anyway, if that's what it needs to be done, that's what it needs to be done. But one, no, not even one bag. Not even half of a bag. I'm gonna have to set the machine again just because of a few bits are missing. Maybe I'll get some bits. Nothing what I need, of course. What do I have over here? Exactly what I need. Okay.